So last week I miscarried and I made a video describing kind of what happened and how it occurred and just some of the different things that I experienced in that miscarriage. And in my previous video, I discussed my plans to bury the baby and, how I was coping with the whole situation. And I just wanted to follow up because as it turns out, my story's not over. So, I am scheduled for a DNC tomorrow. Basically, I did miscarry the baby. The baby came out. I was able to catch it, and then we were able to bury it also. But on my follow-up appointment, it appears that not everything came out. So I still have placental tissue within me, and so it's still necessary for me to get a DNC. And so that's a little nerve-wracking. I'm not a huge fan of surgeries. I've had surgeries in the past, and not to say there was ever a bad experience, but I'm just the type of person, I don't like unnecessary intervention, and this is kind of necessary. And I just don't like intervention. I don't like being messed with. I don't like it. And so so that's what's happening now. And part of me is like, what happens if we just wait a little bit longer? Will my body work it out? But it's already been so long. It's already been, almost a month of my body processing this miscarriage. And I was able to get out, obviously, the baby itself, which is the most important thing, so that I could, and I thank God for that, so that I could cope and mourn and bury it and all of that. But now there's residual stuff. So to all the ladies out there who have to have a DNC, who are in the same situation or a similar one, or maybe they weren't able to get anything out, this is pretty terrible. It's pretty terrible. And I'm praying for you all, as I hope you're praying for me. Hopefully this is the end of this miscarriage saga, that there's nothing eventful that occurs tomorrow, that everything just comes out and I heal and I be on my way to potentially trying for another child. So I will say that as it has occurred in my previous miscarriages, because this will be my fourth miscarriage. I have 3 living children, and this is my 4th miscarriage. I had 3 miscarriages between my first and my second, and then I had my second and my third, and now I've miscarried this one. And I can only say that if ever I was anything but pro-life, this just makes me even more so. I remember in 2021, after my 3rd miscarriage, just totally and completely devastated by the abortion laws that had occurred, where they extended legal abortion to, full term pregnancy. And I was reeling inside. I'm crying out to the Lord, like, why would you give a woman with the intent to slaughter her unborn child when I am sitting here like I would do anything to get pregnant? I would do anything to have another child, And so there was quite a bit of a journey there, and actually the Lord, and through that, the Lord inspired me to write a book. So I've written a book. I haven't published it yet. I'm in editing stage of this book. And then now that this happened again, you know, I feel like I'm just solidifying that same position. You know, I will watch videos from time to time about women arguing with pro-lifers who are, you know, setting up on campuses, or they're, you know, discussing with young women about the value of the human being within the womb, and how they deserve human rights. And to hear these women's stories, some of them tragic and some of them infuriating. How can they be so short-sighted? How can they hate their own child so much? How can they hate themselves so much to destroy such a beautiful gift? There's no greater a gift than to be the mother of your own child. And if you can't be the mother of your own child, then be the mother enough to deposit your child with someone else who can be their parent. And it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm now at a place where in this miscarriage, I just thank God that even if my baby didn't live, that I got to be its mom for the few short weeks that it existed, and it got to be mourned, and it got to be loved, and I got to be buried with dignity. And if this video is provocative, or if it's divisive, so be it. Because it's the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts. But I just want to encourage all women to fight for your kid. Fight for your kid. No matter what the circumstance, no matter what the diagnostic, no matter what it is, fight for them. Because if you don't, nobody will.